A few days ago, I put out a community post on YouTube as well as on Instagram that asks you guys what questions you have about starting a social media marketing agency. I've made nearly $2 million in the social media marketing space, and so I want to pass on as much knowledge as I can so that you guys don't make the same mistakes as I did in those first few years. Let's get into it. So the first question we have is a really good one. If you had to start over from $0, what are the steps you would take to get back where you are now? The question you have to ask yourself is, what is the fastest way I can learn the skill of being good at marketing? Because that's what's going to allow you to get the clients that you want, build the business that you want. There's multiple ways to do this. One is getting a job. And honestly, for a lot of people, going to get a social media marketing job first could be a better solution for them. I actually ran into a friend at the high level conference who said, "Hey, I watched a video you recommended getting a job." And I was like, cool, that sounds a little bit easier than starting the business right now. And I was super proud of him for just having a little bit of self-awareness and being like, okay, the business is above my skill set right now. I'm going to go gain the skill working for someone so that I don't have to be on this treadmill of doing a ton of free trials. And then eventually I can go out and start my own agency. The second option I would consider here is you can gain the skill of marketing by doing a ton of free trials. So if you have a ton of time on your hands, if you're super young and you just want to dive into it, you can totally do as many free trials as you want with tons of different businesses, buy some courses, and just rapidly accumulate the skill of marketing. And then the third option here is you could get a part-time job, maybe as a high-ticket closer, or work for Sales Sniper or something. There's all these sales agencies where you can go in as an appointment setter or maybe as a closer, and you'll learn the skill of sales, which is crucial for starting an agency. And you can do that 20 hours a week, and then the other 20, 30 hours a week, you can be working on your agency, signing people up, learning how to market. I really like this next question. Do you think there's a minimum age to start an SMMA? And then this person says, can a 15-year-old in school run an SMMA? There's a kid named Noah Lenz, and he was actually 11 years old when he started his marketing agency. It was a funnel building agency. And Russell Brunson interviewed him, kind of asked him about his process. And at the time, he's 13 years old, so he's been doing it for a couple of years.
How much do you charge somebody to build a funnel for them?
If someone wanted to work with me, I honestly would probably only work with them if I got a certain amount of equity in the business.
He's negotiating equity already. I love it.
A really good interview, solid kid. And that just proves to me that I would say the minimum age is probably 10 or 11. Next one, what are the top 3 things that make your product stand out compared to the rest of the orthodontist SMMA marketers? This is a great question. I would say good marketing for our company. So my agency itself has a good website, has good SEO, has a YouTube channel that provides a lot of value. And because of that, people come to us instead of us reaching out to them, which automatically puts us in a position of authority, which makes us stand out. A lot of other people are just getting bombarded by texts and emails and all this stuff. And when clients instead are coming to us, it's a lot more powerful. Secondly, I would say good results. We have a good reputation in the space because we've worked with a lot of people in the space and the good word has spread. And that brings me to my last point, which is the appointment setting service. That is definitely something that sets us way, way apart from every other agency. We have a team of North American scheduling coordinators that get on a Zoom call with our clients before we start the ads, learn how to follow up, how to schedule things inside of their own software. So it's a very hands-off process, which is very differentiated and why we have a pretty good closing ratio. Next up, we've got, where did you learn to run Facebook ads? So I learned to run Facebook ads by working for my family business. It's a swim school out here in Utah, and they were opening a new location, and my brother hired me to figure out how to run the ads. All right, next up, we've got best niche if you were to start as a beginner in 2023. Honestly, there's no secret sauce. There's no niche that's just the best niche in the world. Everything has its drawbacks, everything has its benefits, and you just kind of have to figure it out. That said, something I learned from Joel Kaplan recently that I really liked, his favorite types of niches are big niches. So there's just tons of people in this niche. So that would be real estate agents, insurance, etc. 2 weird niches that I heard about recently, bouncy house rentals and excavators. Very cool. And then thirdly, proven niches, dentists, chiropractors, med spas. These are proven niches for a reason. You're able to get them results. It's proven. You just have to be better than the other people out there to get them as clients. Next up, how to create a compelling offer that makes it a no-brainer for the client to join. But as you gain more and more experience, more and more case studies, and people want to work with you, the way you make a really, really good offer and increase the amount of people promoting your business just out of wanting to promote it because they believe in it is by following Alex Hormozi's value equation from $100 million offers. So on the top, we have the dream outcome plus the perceived likelihood of achievement. And then on the bottom, we have time delay and effort and sacrifice. So what you can do is increase the results on the top end and also increase your testimonials and all that so that people believe and they're more excited about working with you. But on the bottom is where you really start to focus, where you decrease the amount of time it takes for them to get results. So if they're closing their first sale within 2 weeks right now, you need to make sure they're closing within 1 week so that they love you and they're like, this is amazing, this really works, as soon as they sign on. If it takes you 3 weeks to set up ads right now, figure out how to make it take 2 weeks. And then also the effort and sacrifice, doing things like following up with the leads on behalf of your clients, taking the leads and adding automation so they're followed up with over the weekend, adding online schedulers and things that allow people to book on autopilot so the business isn't overwhelmed with all of these new calls and leads that are coming in, and just thinking more and more, how can I take this off of my client's plate so they just pay me and they get the result almost instantly. All right, next up, how many times did you tell yourself to finally start and then didn't and failed to convince yourself and tried again and again? Wow, this is a heavy question, and kudos to you for asking it because I definitely relate. It took me about a year to figure out an idea that I wanted to work on and then to work on it. And when I started working on it, it would be like, oh, I want to get this work done. And then I would just get distracted or I wouldn't work on it. And it was painful. And so I didn't do it. And I'm coming out with a video more on mindset in the near future here. But honestly, the biggest thing that changed for me is changing my beliefs around money and also business. I think I believed subconsciously that money was bad or that I shouldn't have it, and that was holding me back. And once I started listening to some affirmations that were like, hey, this is a good thing, I help people, business is there so I can provide for my family, business is there so I can help other people make money and provide for their families. Changing those beliefs, I felt like a completely different person, and I was actually able to take action on what I needed to take action on. This next one says, interested about Go high level integrations, as well as how to outsource lead calling. Definitely check out my other high level videos for the integrations thing. When it comes to outsourcing lead calling, we didn't do it until we were at about $30,000 a month, and we had the margin to actually go in and just test this out. If I were to start over, I would just find someone who can make the calls that has a pretty good English accent in probably South America somewhere or South Africa, and you could probably pay them a reasonable wage as well as a little bit of a commission, and they can call the leads, kind of qualify them, scrub them, make sure they're good leads, and then just warm transfer them through high level to the business so they can take over from there. And then if you really want to get heavy into it and actually book the stuff into their software, then you can go to that point from there. But I would just start out with, okay, I've got somebody who calls all the leads, 5 out of 10 of these leads don't answer, so we're scrubbing them. That's a huge value for the client. And then the other 5 out of 10, we qualify them. If they're qualified, we'll transfer about 3 out of 10 to the client where they can pick up, answer, put them on the schedule, and close them. Next up, we've got where to start. What certifications do you need? You don't need any certifications to get started, but you can take free courses from both Facebook and Google and other platforms like Pinterest and TikTok as well. And you can learn a lot about how those work and actually get certified as well through those. All right, next question. What has been your biggest struggle until now? I think my biggest struggle has been trying to find the balance between trusting myself and hiring coaches. Hiring a coach is like the best thing you can do for any business you want to start. And I'm going to have a coach my entire life. Like, it doesn't matter what point in my career I'm at. But there were about 2 years there where I was like, oh, I don't believe in coaches, because I had spent the entire first year of running my agency just believing that like coaches had all the answers and I didn't have any of the answers. I think I've struggled to like find happy medium where I'm like investing in things and it's helping me grow, but I'm not going like so crazy and just thinking that I don't have any of the answers. Next, we have, what is the best way to get clients Business Manager full access? I recently learned about leadsy.com. You should go check them out. That I think is the easiest way to do it. If that doesn't work for you for some reason, or you want it for free, check out this video on Facebook Business Manager Access for SMMA. Next up, do you have VAs? If you do you teach them GHL for client care, and or do clients run their own? This also goes with the next one, which is how many people do you have working for you? So my business right now has 8 people in it. Myself, my business partners over sales. I'm over all the fulfillment. On the fulfillment team, we have 6 people. So 3 people who are over account management, running the ads, talking to the clients, ensuring they're successful. And then 3 people following up with the leads. Those are our follow-up managers, is what they call them. So we have one of those people over account management that's in charge of high level. We trained her up over about the course of a year to actually where she's quite proficient now. So we manage pretty much everything when it comes to high level for our client. And these people aren't VAs, they're like full-time salaried employees. So if you liked this video, you should definitely check out this video where I talk about my prospecting methodology and how to scale your agency to 10K a month through a good prospecting method. Definitely check that out. Thanks for checking this one out, and we will see you in the next one.